Welcome, Taurus. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your full moon in Libra reading on April 1st. April Fool's Day, the full moon energy, looking at our perfectionism. We are acknowledging the rising goddess energy that we are experiencing, no matter what your gender is. There is a trickster element, a subversion element to that. This is definitely the dark goddess energy, one that embraces a sense of independence as part of its authentic expression. And that can be seen as a form of righteous anger. One that we try to move through so that we're not simply expressing a sense of vengefulness or rage. So the seasonal shift here with the spring equinox, we acknowledge as we move into your birthday month. For some of you, whether you are Aries, Taurus, this is beautiful energy. And for the energy archaeology, I pulled for you the card for co-creation. And I'm going to read from the guidebook. It talks about the radius and the ulna and the tibia and fibula as the bones in the arms and the legs, whose energy pathway it is describing. Keywords when in balance are magnetic, electric, and cohesive. And the wisdom reads, in your journey through this incarnation, you're going to be the one taking every step, making every move, and channeling your brilliance into this world. No one's going to do that for you. You are the one responsible for creating your vision for this life and the world here on Earth. But because you're a human, channel of divinity, a child of the universe, you're not doing it alone. All you have to do is reach into the beyond, push past what you see and feel into what you know. Feel for the most expansive and activating frequencies of worthiness, pride, power, love, and pleasure. Let them guide you as you take action. These bones will support you in your ever-evolving understanding of co-creation. Tap into them as you dream dreams, create visions, and organize your reality, knowing that your relationship with co-creation is just as necessary and intricate as the energy fields created by these bones. This is coupled by the guilt card, which reads, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. So there's energy here around that you are carrying, that you've carried for a while around having not made a choice that was wise, but it was one in which you never felt you could back down from. One that has accumulated in your life, one you felt you had to stand by no matter what, one that has guided other choices you've made that perhaps that you haven't felt that were appropriate for you, but there was an inability to back down. That's what keeps coming to me. There is a need here for some forgiveness of self indeed, and forgiveness of any of those involved in this particular choice or path you went down that you recognize in hindsight has not served you. I do believe that many of you have been processing or considering this, but it's something that you carry deeply, and perhaps avenues for working this out with perhaps or in a relationship may feel as though it has passed you by for some reason. So this is really asking you to release that sense, that weight, that burden that you're carrying. that recognizes that you can always forgive yourself, release the weight of this misstep, this choice you made in order to move forward in a way that will more fully empower you, because you're showing me a lot of work, a lot of engagement in your community, in your family, in your world that is being slowed down. For your overall energy, the Six of Wands is describing that energy that you take with you wherever you go, precisely in community, in family, in groups, at your job, uh, any place where you work with others for a collective goal. And it shows you more and more relinquishing the sense of uh, pride and leaning into the work that you recognize everyone else is having an equal share in. And it is that recognition of your peers, of your equity or equality with others with whom you are working, loving, sharing, whatever the scenario, that makes you execute your task, your part so beautifully. What elevates this entire collective project takes you closer to your goal. And it is the regard of others, the way that they recognize the work you're doing as being special, the way you're modeling the way this work can be done, that is getting you the kind of attention that you desire. This can move into ego. There is an element of pride here that can become one of demanding, requiring, needing attention. But I do believe that you are learning to balance that. Venus, your ruling planet, is engaged in this full moon energy. So this ability to look at the way that you partner and the way that you work with others is really giving you some important clues about the attention that every member of a team or a project deserves to be seen. In the 10th house, the way others see you, your place in the world and the community, the Hermit actually shows you pulling back a bit, really enforcing the boundaries of your own space, your own right, your own sanctuary, in which you can go within for your own answers. So this is important because while you respect your teachers, you can lean on them, you can be advised, you are seeking out those whom you respect, who you believe understand your motives, your goals. But ultimately, you rest on your own authority to decide what's right for you. And that can only be done in a certain sanctuary. This at times can feel like your retreat into sacred space in a way that can annoy others or surprise others. In the first house, the Six of Cups, 2 sixes here. This is about real beautiful balance in your habit, your routine of working with others. You do not occur to me to be a person happy working on their own. You're best working as part of a team. And here there is the reconnection to a memory, an experience, or the exercise of a gift from your past. This can be a reconnection to a person or a reconsideration of a relationship from the past. This can be someone who you experienced a lot of joy with, certainly at the time, a lot of freedom with, a lot of memories you share, and a lot of playfulness even in this experience. But you are reconnecting in some way, even with, if that is the idea of a person, perhaps someone who's passed, that is re-inspiring you, reconnecting you to feel good about what you do, to validate your feelings about the success you're having or the process you are developing in improving the way you work with others as an equal. In the fourth house, the house of your foundation, your home, the Hanged One. You're not the only one. I think it was Leo who got two very similar cards in their readings, sort of reinforcing this idea of working with others, but then retreating to a space of your own sanctity where you can recognize, look at yourself, witness your behaviors as you're working with others, witness your actions and words, so that you become aware of the way you treat others, not the way you say you do or not the love you say you have, but the way you literally treat others. You're being encouraged to gain greater perspective, gain more information so that you can understand the positionality of the others with whom you work or are relating to. This is going to help you recognize opportunities in a way that you are becoming aware you had not seen available in the past. So you are embracing what is around you, the resources you already have, the gifts you've already displayed in order to gain a perspective that will help you to offer these in a more generous, equitable way with others. In the seventh house of significant others, the Three of Pentacles is describing really a kind of perfected sense of collaboration. All of this effort to balance your relationships, your efforts with others, the memory of pleasure, joy, empowerment, the gift of play and creativity are all towards the end of this powerful collaboration in which you are aligned with other experts, others that share not necessarily your expertise, because each of you brings something different to this collaboration, but share your goals, your alignment in as much as you desire to create something really beautiful, something practical, something resourceful, something that other people can enjoy. So this is powerful and important as you recognize that you are redoing something and improving upon it in a significant way. And it's a way in which, with this beautiful card, you are inclusive. This is almost the foundation, the origin of the idea that encompasses emotional, intellectual, and physical benefit. And this is this powerful way that you are creating something that will bring abundance, joy, and pleasure to others. Taurus, if you're resonating with this reading, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. Thank you so much for all of the love, support that I'm receiving from you. And I honor whatever way you're present and support me in whatever way that is. So I'm going to clarify the Six of Cups in the first house with, wow, the Hermit card again. Interesting. The Hanged Man in the fourth house with the Knight of Cups. The Three of Pentacles with the Knight of Swords. And the Hermit in the 10th house with the Justice card. I'll take what's on top and the Devil underneath. Okay, wow. Well, this immediately got a little bit more complex. Let's start with the repeated Hermit, clarifying the Six of Wands. The Six of Cups, I'm sorry. This is about internalizing your gift. Something you do, some specific art, creative, artistic, or a way that you express yourself uniquely is something that you need to internalize the benefits of. In other words, there's a way in which you have gained lessons uh, and developed your principles of joy that are of internal benefit to you, that you internalize as part of who you are. And this is asking you to not look exclusively at the outward benefits or results of your talents, but to really take those in, to recognize how they stamp, mark, and identify you, and how that is your source of authority, the source of your voice, your articulation in the world. In the fourth house, the Hanged Man is clarified by the Knight of Cups. Yeah, you're on a creative journey here. You're on a way to develop your creative talents, your imaginative talents in a way that serves others. You have gained much benefit from your ability to express yourself uniquely or extend yourself in an original way to others, but you're aware that there is a lot more out there in the world that can be informing what you do. And you are being charged with investigating that, inquiring about how others are utilizing this kind of skill or practice to make their gifts more available or engage in a more collective, comprehensive way. In the seventh house, the Three of Pentacles is clarified by the Knight of Swords. It seems as though you have a unique position in this collaboration, this proposal or team that you are establishing. And you are bringing the curiosity to that. So, as part or as pre planning to this thing that you are developing, creating, that will be lasting, that will be useful, that will be practical, you are doing again more exploration about other ways that's done, updating your technological expertise in order to spread the word, engaging with other thinkers around this particular task, and really leading the conversation, the way in which you process or move through stages of collaboration. Perhaps it is grounding your collaboration or your team in principles of unity or a specific goal or targeting a particular audience. In the 10th house, the Hermit card, clarified by the Justice card and the Devil. I feel like you have really come to recognize the way that you have embraced the status quo, how that has served you, how that has netted you a certain kind of comfort and stability, and yet how internalizing that sense of justice, that sense of fairness, fair treatment, you are searching for the implications for that in your life. So you're looking at how utilizing the conventions, the norms, the traditions have left you looking for alternative ways to establish your own direction or your own authority, ways that weren't answered by traditional means. For example, you may have occupied a traditional role as a parent or a partner or a worker, and how those have served you as far as they went, but that indeed you are now in a position to recognize that there is a whole lot left for you. And in fact, part of what is left for you to do is how you are balancing out the resources you have had access to and the ways that those resources have not served others, others perhaps that you are now looking to work with. So this is pretty open-ended, and I do see the inquiry that you are facilitating for this collaboration, this team, this product that you are building or service is really guided by the way that you're looking to alternatives, other ways to move through resources that are available and that serve everyone more equitably than perhaps they served you. I'm going to finish this reading with a flower oracle, and I have pulled the orange blossom, and the key word is enthusiasm. The best can be here if you believe it. So the best is here, believe it. Thank you so much, Taurus, for this beautiful reading. Until next time, namaste.